brush to get a circular, a bit like our shading earlier, circular, smooth movements to get that really sort of even. I'm using quite a bit of pressure, but it doesn't matter because I've got too much paint on the brush. So it is the quantity of paint on the brush that makes a difference as well. So it gives it almost like a photorealistic blend.
Beautiful.
Right, let's going to try another colour. So I'm going to wipe it, not wash it in water. Really important. I'm going to go in with my lighter colour here. Again, blotting that.
Do you still need that flowing ones in there?
I would avoid it unless it's really the paint's because it can sort of take the paint off that you've already got in there. So I'm going to go mix up a new colour because actually the flow improvement sort of do me. So I'm going to try and get rid of this bit here where it looks like there's brush marks. The idea with this technique is that there wouldn't be too many brush marks. So you can see how it will go really, really smooth eventually. Ooh.
What happened to the brush first? Oh, originally, did you wet the brush?
No, it's a total dry technique, yeah.
It's a lovely brush, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which was the one?
About the large ones, I think about 20 quid.
Oh,
The
that's
really
that
big
size,
one's
so-
about 30 quid.
So that size there is about 20?
I think it's about 20, yeah. As far as I know. I'll show you them on the iPad in a
And
second.
the postage, £9. Postage, £9.
Oh, it depends where you get it from.
This last time you told me Greek art from Google.
Okay. it's
£21.50 for the brush, but £9 for the postage.
There might be some other places that you can get it a bit cheaper. Okay, I'm going to show you really quickly some glaze blending. Okay, a glaze is like a diluted colour. So we're going to use a diluted colour. You're going to keep that nice opaque background as our main colour and edit that by using a glaze. So wet your brush. You don't need to blot that. It's actually needs to be fairly fluid. So it's totally opposite to the last technique. So I'm going to grab some nice dark colour here, make myself a really dark glaze. So I've got a glaze, a translucent colour that I want to work with.
So would you just use water for that?
Just water. You could use glaze medium if you like, and that'll keep it wet a little bit longer. Let me show you what it's like with the glaze medium. Instead of water, I use the glaze medium, so I wouldn't need to wet my brush. And pop it into the next colour, this lighter colour. Make a nice light glaze with that. And you'll see it glazes because it's so diluted it uses the background colour, the cerulean colour that I've done my colour blocking with. It's like a watercolour technique. So the more translucent and dilute the glaze, the less it's going to edit the original colour. So you see, you get that lovely glazed, translucent, clear finish, and it's an artist like Leonardo da Vinci would have used lots of different layers of glazes on a face to give it that really uber real translucent quality. So glazed medium is good. It sort of helps it. So nice light marks as well. You don't want loads of the glaze to be distributed. So the featherier, the lighter the marks, the better the blend you'll get with different glazes.
And what type of a brush did you use?
I'm just using a filbert brush for this, so nice and a round finish that will give you that nice smooth mark for blending. And so because that colour is translucent, it doesn't completely overpower. So there you are, the 3 different types of ways to blend. Wet to wet, dry brush blending, and glaze blending.
That's lovely.
You like the glaze best?
Yeah.
But you'd use them for different things. It really depends, doesn't it, on what you're trying to describe with your own work. So if you're trying to describe something that's quite translucent and clear, you like the dry brush? Interesting.